Now I should be audible. There we go. Good morning, everyone. There was a short bug with my microphone setup, but we're gonna take a quick look. It was morning when I started the stream. It still counts. I need to grab my phone. Actually, 1 second. I have a appointment later today. I don't know when because it depends on my coworker coming to uni. So until then, I decided to just stream a bit of this. This game released today. It has extremely positive reviews on Steam, but you know, negative ones usually don't trickle in on day of release. It is, well, it's a game where you build a Dyson sphere. It's kind of in a title. Anyway, we're gonna go randomize a little bit of our planetary system. This looks kind of neat. We have one black hole. Do we have a neutron star? We do. It's all the way over there. But where's our black hole? It's black. I have a feeling I will not be able to see where the black hole is. Anyway, I haven't seen any game. Well, I've seen a bit of gameplay, but not much. So I'm basically blind. Well, more blind than usual.
Welcome to the actual universe. You may find it's different from our homeland. Should you be able to adapt to the laws of physics in a short time, I am your advisor and will help you through this mission.
Shriel's definition of morning is upside down. As is yours, Owen. Anyway, so you might imagine the goal of this game is to build a Dyson sphere. How we're going to do that? Building crap.
Everything here is yours.
I have no idea exactly.
As one
we'll
of
find out.
And the pioneer of the Dyson sphere program, you will explore this cluster step by step.
Can I move? No.
By using the resources here to construct the Dyson sphere to provide energy for the center brain to maintain homeland, starting from scratch. I have chosen a designated planet for you to start the mission, which has necessary resources for initial development. Now please drive the space capsule to the planet.
Oh, so I actually control this. That's interesting. So, oh, right click rotates. That's really awkward. Anyway, I find it interesting that it's supposed to be slightly different from our actual universe, but then they use AU, which is a unit that only makes sense in our universe, but no matter. Good if you just use
Now you
kilometer.
are about to reach the designated planet.
No, we're not. We're flying away. Look, what are we doing? Go back. So, my rough expectations of this will basically be Factorio with the SpaceX mod, but then just like in 3D. And every planet is, of course, super tiny. And no, because kilometer is actually like meter is an arbitrary unit.
A lightweight industrial mecha with powerful functionality. You can use the
Well, sorry,
or right-click on the destination to control
solar
its
system,
movement.
potato.
In this mission, you will manipulate Icarus to
No, meter is not an arbitrary unit.
create miracles.
AU kind of is. What is a Dyson sphere? No, meter is defined with natural constants.
Right-click on it to recycle.
We redefined it. It's no longer like a 1/14 millionth of the north-south axis.
Etc. In the meantime,
Yeah, but it's like
hold down Shift and right-click to give a series of commands.
murdering
You
trees
receive
is
several
a start.
items after recycling the space capsule. Click the inventory button in the lower right corner of the screen to open the cabin to view them.
Okay. Organic crystals, plant fuel, log, copper, magnets, iron, and hydrogen fuel rods. No, like AU on its own is a bit weird. It's like I would use the distance from Wageningen to Amsterdam as a distance.
You can hold down
like it's
mouse
not.
middle button drag to rotate the angle of view, or slide the mouse wheel to zoom in and out.
I have a feeling we're not going to be able to mine that completely. Let's see. What's a Dyson sphere? Well, I assume you all know what a Dyson sphere is. A Dyson sphere is a extremely large.
Yet you have not unlocked the construction menu, which will be done automatically when complete any technology research. Click
When
the
complete
technology
any
tree button
technology.
at the bottom right of the screen to open the technology tree and activate a research.
All right. So this is all the research in the game, huh? Electromagnetism. Locks. Ugh, green energy. Awful. Baz, I'm just extremely nitpicking here. Data volume 1200 hashes? Wait, what? Use inventory item. Ah, use manual research. So now we have to craft. Replicator. No buildings yet. Oh, this is awkward. I can't double click for that. Okay, what if I control click this? Shift? Ooh. Well, that's awkward. It doesn't show me how many I can craft. I mean, okay, this is a very early access game. It's nice that it shows you the total time of the queue. I assume it's crafting while I have this away, right? Yes, it does. Take, split, take multiple, take all, okay. Okay, so it automatically used, that's kind of neat. A new automatic mining, which will automatically collect ores.
You have created a mining machine to achieve ore collecting automation.
Have
Pick
I?
it up from the inventory or select it on gathering of
Oh,
construction
we get
menu
those
to
for
build it.
free.
You can use the R key to rotate the mining machine for covering more
Oh,
veins.
no
The more
arbitrary
veins
rotation?
covered, the faster the ores will be gathered. If you want to ignore grid snapping, try holding down the shift key.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, basically. Yeah, you have no power. That makes sense. What are you? Tesla has transmission, and you are...
Wind turbine.
Hey.
You have established your first power grid. Not all power facilities has its power supply area. Use the Tesla tower to extend the area of the power grid.
So gathering is... Okay, so you can double click to make it. And you can't make this. Because we need copper ore. Can I shift sprint around? So why? Oh, it's because I'm in constructor mode, I still get this. How do I exit constructor mode? So let's see what we need to do for the next one. So automated wait, upgrades? Oh. Oh. Okay, that's something. So veins utilization? Mining speed or consumption and requires matrices. Universe exploration. Oh, that's really useful. Let's see if I can find those electromagnetic matrices. Mecha core. Those 14 megajoules max energy core. Yeah. But there are electromagnetic matrix, which gives me matrix lab. Basic assembling. Yeah, I think... So there isn't very clear progression here. I know they show the main quest, but it would be fairly useful if it would show you what it would be, useful for. Let's go do this because I'm gonna see we can need a lot of these. So I think maybe setting that up is probably the best. Automated metallurgy is for smelting. We'll need that first. And you already have that? No. So you... Okay, so I need to take that out. So how do I then craft... So can I hand smelt? No, not that it would make a lot of sense. Yeah, it's extremely awkward. Takes about a minute. Let's go look, see if I can find some copper ore. That's iron veins. Let's see. Burning fuel. Oh. Or power generation, power production replica. Oh, okay. But I'm losing power now without it while standing still. Oh, because replicating takes energy. Ah, that's interesting. Yeah, so we're gonna need to find copper ore.
Energy is required in all mecha activities. If it is depleted, the activities will be restricted. You can click the mecha panel button at the bottom right of the screen to open the mecha panel and resupply fuel into the fuel chamber.
Logs and plant fuels, okay. There we go. What the hell is that? 3 out of 3 B2 stealth bombers. Interesting. This is a Dyson Sphere project, and I have not a lot of ideas of what's going on. Mostly it's like it's fairly slow to move around. And they... Titanium ore. And I see stone veins, which is, sure, nice, but I want copper. Oh, I think that's copper. It looks like... I don't know what that looks like. Coal ore. Well, first of all, coal ore is... Technically it's a thing. So one neat thing about this game is you're actually in a simulated universe. So like sunrise and sunset will be very natural. And you can also travel between planets. And the end goal is, of course, to make a Dyson Sphere. Are you a Tau? I wish I could just go faster. I can jump, but I can't go fast. I see a ton of coal, but... Ah, there's copper. Dun, 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 dun. So I'm gonna manually craft some of these and until I make a... Let's see, replicator. Because I want to make another one of you. And then I need to make another one of you as well. Synopsis. You're a robot sent to a system of a ton of planets. I think I can open the star map. So you have a ton of these. And the idea, it's a bit awkward. The end goal is to build a Dyson Sphere because there's an energy crisis going on in your home system. And to that extent, it's basically... yeah, it's kind of factorial on a spherical planet. But the idea is you get a ton of planets. You have neutron stars, black holes, tons of stuff. It's like kind of like the SpaceX mod, where the idea is that like a single planet doesn't have the resources you need, so you have to go to other ones to get some amount of that. What do you mean I need resources? Oh yeah, I need foundation support. Yeah. This is early access. I have just started just now, so I don't know much about it either. It's like, especially from the start, you can immediately notice that a ton of quality of life stuff is still missing. But, you know, it's early access, so can kind of be excused. Not extremely, but, you know. Yes, it's early access. Wow, what a guy. Cheers, Jake. $150 a minute. That's looks fairly fast. All right, so now we have copper ore. Copper ore is what we need to make, well, things. So now I can actually make these to get the research. Let's see, what's the hotkey for replicator F? Components. So, like, I want to make 10 of these. I have to click this like that. It's a bit awkward. But we're going to get automated smelting and automated crafting. But I don't know. I think I need belts of some sort, but I don't have any logistics yet. Do we need to research that? Let's see, hash rates. Here, basic logistics system, of course. And queue. Is that the word for putting in your queue? Can I? Okay, so I can't control click to automatically take what's in here. The most annoying thing right now is that I can't sprint. Like, really, it's the most annoying part. Let's see, we should make one more of you. So I don't know how much we produce. So let's make like 10 of you. And make one more of you. And then we will like make a slightly centralized energy production bits. Yeah, but I've never... I don't think I've ever heard the term before, NQ. I mean, it's not like it's difficult to figure out what it means, but, yeah, but you're old, Baz. Of course you would have heard of that archaic term. Is there any way I can... Can't wait to get mods for this where I play on another totally waterlogged planet. The proper term is ancient. Yeah, you were right there. Yeah, so let's actually deconstruct you. So how do I deconstruct you? Let's see, power load, power network, yeah, so dismantle facilities X. That's very quick. Don't think I can.
You have done building the first power transmission facility, Tesla Tower. It can carry out short-distance wireless power transmission and expand the power supply area of the power grid. Click on it to view the current power grid information.
Yeah, don't worry. You have done building? What? Hey, bridge is fun. No hating on bridge. Interesting that they automatically connect. Wait, too close to another wind turbine? Oh, well, I mean, it makes sense, but... So, let's see. I prefer, well, I think it's only a Dutch thing, but bridge is still fun. Let's see. So we have 50% power loads. Now I need to actually get logistics. Oh, I need those gears. Here we go. Yeah, this is, you know, right now the thing that the most can do with some kind of upgrade. Oh yeah, my core is depleted. We need to put in more coal ore. That's a bit better. Oh, do I, like, oh yeah, crafting depletes my core. So my range is fairly high. Still don't know what those B-2 bombers are for, but... Bridge, if I recall correctly... Well, do I? It's a game... It's okay. I haven't ever proper played Bridge, but I played a Dutch variant that seems to be fairly similar. I assume the bomb is... That's actually probably true. No, sorry, Baz, what I mean is that, I'm like 99% sure it's what I'm thinking about. I just...
You have received the sorter and the conveyor belt, which can achieve full automation now. Use the conveyor belt to transport the piled up ores from the mining machine, and the sorter can deliver the ores from the conveyor belt to the smelter for automatic smelting. You built a smelter, which can smelt basic materials, such as iron ingots
oh, yeah, of course.
and copper ingots automatically, while you want to make the raw materials and products get in and out of it autonomously. You need to use sorters and conveyor belts.
There we go.
When putting a conveyor belt, all you need to do is determine the starting point and the end point of it. In addition, use the up arrow key to lift up one level, and use the down arrow key to drop down one level after the conveyor belt is lifted. Press keypad 0 to reset the construction height of the conveyor belt to the ground. If you don't want the conveyor belt to be attached to the building, you can try holding down the shift key.
That's probably going to be awful. No, so the idea is that you can have... you need these to actually, like, transport cargo from conveyor into facilities or between facilities. So, it's a sorter inserter, exactly. That's a bit weird. So I need to build that. And then there's no interaction with this.
Which can be used to store cargo. You can manually store or use the sorter to automatically stock the cargo.
What?
The sorter
Need
is the
valid
transportation
connection?
connector of cargoes between facilities. It will automatically transport them as long as the supply facility and the receiving facility are bridged.
Angle too wide? Okay. Wait, no, this is an output. There we go. So that's how that works. Slightly awkward. Yeah, so the issue you have this grid system, which is probably useful for belts. Then you also have a system where you need to... F1? That's a bit awkward. Nah, but of course the grid system works fine. Okay, so which grid block am I on right now? Like, I can see it's floating above it, but at that point, you know, maybe... Don't do that. Oh, so we can do that at any angle. That's interesting. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. We call it Klaverjassen. I'm sure the details of the rules are slightly different, but it's roughly the same. I like that game a lot. So can I just do this? Too close. So 2 squares? That's kind of neat. You can switch from multiple sources on the same belt. That sounds probably true. Yeah, because it is a bit slow. Hey, that's an interesting one. Wait, what? Sorry, I could do it from like... Interesting. Interesting. Wait, but why can I not do it from here? Ah, I think it's because it like links it to only straight sections. I see. And it also decreases linearly with distance. So how much do you produce a second? A lot. So why don't you get... Oh, do we need to... I need to select the recipe. And now we're running out of power. So let's go make like...
After selecting the recipe, you can use the less than key to copy the recipe, and the greater than key to paste the next building that needs to set the same recipe.
What? It's copying. Yeah, I see. So it seems like the throughput of like these things is insane. Yeah, it's for copying recipes. So you produce 200 a minute, so that is like a little over, like it peaks at like 3 a second, but these should be able to make 1.5 trips a second. However, I think what I can do... Well, first of all, we need to make more belts. Yeah, the fact that I can't like shift click this seems to annoy me. You get 3 of them. So what I would like to try is to then do it like this. So how many do I need right now to fully saturate this? Oh, it already seems to be fully Ah! That's the power supply that's lacking right now. So it seems that maybe 2 or so will be fine, but I think it's going to be running at a higher speed soon anyway. Because right now we're at, you know, 60% demand. Anyway, yeah, we got more wind turbines. So interesting how these need foundation support. Too close. There we go. They're not great yet. Power load 1 to 9%. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, but I built a bunch of these for that exact reason. Yes, but Worm, I mean, you've seen Factorio, right? It's the exact same thing. Right, so at 100% you're producing a 210 a minute, which is that's an awkward number. That's like what, 3.5 seconds? Which means you do actually need 3. How do you build a Dyson sphere on a planet anyway? No, it's like... So, the Dyson sphere in this game works kind of interesting. If you've watched the video... No, not Space Elevator Worm. Well, technically, but... the way it's gonna work in this game is that I think, what I saw is that you can, like, use guns to shoot resources up into space. And then you have tiny construction robots that then take that and assemble it in space. However, we're assembling the same kind of... how do you say that? So, yeah, that gives me the core. We're gonna assemble the same kind of storage you have... Sorry, Dyson sphere you have in, say, what's the game? Stellaris. Now, I assume, Worm, that mass drivers will be cheap at the start, and then space elevators will be available later. Need iron. Yes, let's go actually make that. So my rough assumption will be that there's a progression there. But sorry, to finish my tangent, we are going to be building the fully encompassing Dyson sphere, I think. If you watch the video by Kruzkazak, they talked about a few different designs, with the most likely one going to be one where you actually just put like a metric ton of mirrors into the orbit that just reflect light into basically into yeah, another object that reflect light back into a central collection place. Still a metric ton of power, but slightly better. Star in the middle of nowhere, no one's gonna... Exactly. Yeah, so... Pop, pop. Yeah. Let's pick like 5. So we have to wait a bit here. Some fun with mass drives in Aurora 4X. Showed a bunch of stuff at a planet. Forgot to install a mass driver on the other side to receive it. And they made it worth a sacrifice. So, how much can a smelter take? It doesn't say so, which is a bit annoying, but this is kind of neat, because this allows for extremely easy chaining at the start of the game. Because what I can do is this. Lack of item. Yeah, that makes sense. You only need a single mass driver to cat. That doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense. So you do about 60 a minute, but you produce 210 a minute, which means that, you know, these are complete overkill. So 0.75 trips a second. Yeah, which means you actually need one. You actually need two. But there we go. We have our fully automated. Okay, space communism. Let's see. We need see 2 more of you. So why not? Oh yeah, you're full. Give me that. Oh, there we go. There needs to be 2 spaces in between these. There we go. Coal is gonna be used to power ourselves. So what's the current technology? We don't have anything selected. So let's go for... So we also have upgrades. I want to get this one. So first we're gonna go get that one, which is... Actually, let's go for basic assembling first. Yeah, that's a way better idea. So, first I want to make sure that you're all completely full. Now I can just... Nice. Just do that. Get rid of all the ores I have. So what's the range I actually have? Okay. It's alright. Backgrounds. This is, you know, the operation of the virtual world requires supercomputing power. Human beings circle the sun and create a supercomputer, the center brain. Very long arms. Yeah, engineering project, codenamed Dyson Sphere project. Music operation guide, WASD, space to jump. Oh, double click to lift off and use... That's a very awkward jump animation. What do you mean just adding a vector to the height's not correct? Maybe we unlock that later. We got a resource that's, yeah, right click to do series. Building machines with vine coverage. Spaster. Each vine covers a bit of 30 seconds, okay. Yeah, there's just no animation at all. Power grids. Once it's less than 10, it'll trip. Interesting. In earliest wind turbines, you need to use the tower to transmit. Power production also transmits. That's really interesting, which I think is kind of nice. Let's see, conveyor belts and sorters. So you have targets up and down. You can change the height, which is fairly interesting. So I have a feeling you can make planets where you can't see a thing. Alright, so we need we need 10 gears, 10 of you. Boink. Oh look, there is an animation. It's a bit of fire, but there's no impact at all. Maybe it's just super low gravity, you know? Oh yeah, we should actually pop up. There we go. So yeah, we're doing this automatically. I'm sure later on we'll get researchers, but right now it's all manual. And we hashed it, and that is actually what your research speed is called. Don't think about it. You can make copper and yeah. Let's see. So, interestingly enough, so you can actually do input from longer spaces away. So I think we can start with a very basic bus. Actually, so what do you need? You need just iron and iron. We shall set up an assembler that makes that immediately. Dunk, dunk. Soil pile? Huh. No, we have an issue here. This won't work. So what? Because the reason why is well, so we can input from you to you, and we can make you make gears, but then you, well, want to make belts. But because they're like, oh no, wait, I can do it like this. Yeah, like this will work, right? No, because it's too far away, which means I just need to... Oh, there's actually... Huh. So I think now... I can actually do it. It's just some very ugly basic... There we go. So it's nice that the transport is fairly flexible. It's a bit awkward, but, you know, hey, if it works, it works. It's also nice it shows you the production currently, which is the production speed. Insufficient power. I have a feeling this is going to be an issue we're going to have more. So I have iron ore. Yeah. So I feel like I should see if there's some more thermal power, electromagnetic. Oh yeah, so now we can actually... So we have an upgrade here, an upgrade system. There's a lot of them. For example, this one, you know, gives me vein distribution. Mecha core, which gives me more ore energy. We also have vertical construction, more layer storage vertical construction. Oh, interesting. So we can actually just have more labs on top of each other. That's a very interesting way of doing that. But it requires special matrices. That is very neat. And it also tells you a lot of stats on the right. What else do we have? Sorter cargo stacking. Ah, so these are your efficiency things. I see. That's a fairly neat way of changing that. So you can actually so these are all components, sorry, like upgrades to unlock, and this is all the other stuff. Vein utilization gives me more of that. Yeah, it's an inserter stack upgrade, exactly. It's not a sorter, but it's inserter because words, man, words. So I want to get this one because we need, but first we need to research a few other things. But I think I should probably go to deuterium fractionation. That's pretty quick. Accelerant Mark II coming soon. Yeah. Thermal power. Combustibles as fuel have a conversion rate between energy output and... That is not what thermal power is. Oh, we need to get you first. So... So can I like... Yeah, there we go. And then we on-queue you. That is not how that I would say that would work, but sure. T. Yeah. Coal power is the best way to go, probably. Plunk. How are we doing? Oof. Cubes. Yeah, Cubivore. That's the game we're playing. Let's grab a ton of you. My biggest wish right now is just that I was faster. It's just fairly frustrating to have to walk around this slowly. What do you mean? What am I lacking? Magnets? Wait, magnets made from ore? What? Yeah, there's probably I think there's speed upgrades as well. That's an interesting one. Actually, that's a bit stupid. Just put in an assembler here. I'm a bit annoyed. By that lack of item. And you're gonna be making... No, wait, what? No magnets? Why? Handmade in smelting facility. Oh. I see. It's maybe best you don't think about it, Knaffle. Yeah. Maybe it is just best we don't think about this. Yeah, so this crafting is a lot faster than manual crafting. Oh, so it actually can show... Oh, okay, so that's how we actually get the planet view.
In the planet view mode, you can hold down the middle mouse button drag, rotate the angle of view, and hold down the right mouse button. Drag to roll the angle of view. Press N key to point to the front to the North Pole.
So we can see all the ore nodes very easily.
Slide the mouse wheel to enter the star map mode.
We can zoom out and zoom out, and this is why I think the game is going to be pretty neat. Probably unreachable requires drive engine 4. Drive engine 4. Yeah, I want to go to the black hole. Wonder what we can do there. Anyway, is there a way to go back to my home? Following off, follow rotation. Okay, so it always tells you where you are. Oh. Ooh. Slightly awkward. Oh, just press escape, of course. Seems No Man's Sky crossed with Victoria. You're not wrong there. Yeah, so I basically want to start making these automatically. I assume I need I think it looks promising at least. Alright, you need copper, right? Yeah, so we made a bunch of belts. Is there a way to like shift clear a bunch of wood? I mean, it's one of the reasons why I am playing it in early access, is because I know that other people might want to check it out. I also know that it already had fairly positive reviews, so so you can't build it on invalid. That's a bit... That's a bit think. You can now build the Matrix Lab. No power. Let's actually get how much power satisfaction are we on? So replacing belts more or less acid in Factorio. What's the game? I have no idea what he played yesterday. It's a bit frustrating at night. Right, so Matrix Labs. But we probably need to use matrices in there. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of what I wanted to start producing. Let's make a few manually. Just want to see how that exactly works. Yeah, it's just slow. Anyway, let's... So there's not really a good way to actually remove all of this. Aurora 4x, yeah, so I can't really see all that well. It's like, okay, so you build on the lines, I see. Okay, that's great. And just make more. Have grid, have not grid. Yeah, it's a bit awkward. So this is mostly going to be my test. Like, can I make something that will use iron and copper fairly... Oh god, we also are going to need magnets, aren't we? Can it become day again, please? I wish there was some kind of better way to do that. Yeah, only 3 of them to build. Oof, that seems a bit slow. Alright, so Matrix Lab requires those matrix items. Those matrix items were, yeah, chips, which is iron and copper, and you, which are, you know, magnets. I'm just gonna build a an assembler here and see if I could reach across, you know, 3 of them theoretically. Yeah, I'll build it just so we get the notification. Blop.
Matrix Lab. You can use it to make super matrices or research technologies that require them to unlock. The super matrices are the source code of the center brain for maintaining the homeworld. You could upload as many super matrices to the center brain as possible. You can be benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating the homeworld simultaneously.
Yes, interesting. So what happens if I delete you? Can't? That's X. Yeah, so what if we have another belt here? Oh, I don't know. Give me belts. Okay, that is a lot more reach than I initially thought. Alright, it's finally becoming day again. So all belts seem to be one-sided. That's fine. Right, so let's see if we can actually do 3 in theory. Too far. Too far. Also, it's the wrong way around. So, well, let's not do it that way then. So is there a good way to like mass okay, deconstruction is fairly instant. So I don't see a big problem there. Right, so we'll just have to do it slightly awkward. So what are the ratio you need here? 2 to 1. Phew. I mean, so far this kind of seems like what I would expect from an early access title like this, just slightly awkward. Invalid connection. It's the concept seems really neat. I think a lot of things they worked on pretty well so far. The building animation seems good. The models seem fairly polished. I think it's. They also said in their early access stuff like we want to add a ton of quality of life, because that's just, you know, like I want to mass destroy this forest because fuck forests. Can't do that right now. All right, let's go grab our belt. So, but we have this neat thing. I'm gonna test it out. So, I don't really need a lot of storage of you, I'm gonna suspect. So, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Of course. Yeah, we satisfactory now, boys. So let's say I have an assembler here, right? So I guess it only will get rid of that. No, so you cannot connect on the same level, but this does mean that you can just, it has to go down, but that's fine, because it means you can still, it means you can still, like, fairly easily have, yeah, that's gonna be one compact bus. That's gonna be great. So what happens if I say, don't want to do that? So how many do we have? Let's make like 5 more. What happens if I do that? I'm gonna guess that's part of advanced logistics then. Yeah, that sounds more likely. So we can't really do splitters yet. Just wondering if it might have been default. Anyway, let's carry on with making... I'm very annoyed I can't, like, pre-build these. Yeah, one more. Come on. Plop. There you go. You start making me magnets. Some power here. I need to build some more of you. But we're gonna have the proper stuff soon anyway. Alright, so you need so what's the ratio here? 2 to 1. Yeah, so just to double check. It does seem to sort of work. But like it says angle too wide. Why is it going to like the opposite side? What the? Okay, look, I'm clearly... Oh, I think it like tries to go to the first valid one? Or what it thinks is valid? What the hell? Anyway, yeah. Means we're going down. Endpoint must be horizontal. I think that was my co-worker telling me to... oh, he's saying he's probably gonna go to uni soon. Must be horizontal? Okay, so it takes at least a few of them to go down. You cannot turn that. Endpoint must be horizontal when turning. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Am I making 10 of these? Yeah, there we are. So, there's no Q on screen, which makes it a little bit difficult to see if you're doing actually something. Alright, so I assume it says you're paused because you're full, which is kind of good. And then we're gonna make a matrix assembler, which we cannot do. Ah, I assume that's only made in U. Yeah, so if we go to our crafting menu, it'll tell us where it's made. Yeah, it's made in a research facility, which is U. Wait, that is U, right? Matrix lab. Really? Okay, so we can't do that just yet. Well, I guess we're handcrafting a bunch of these. But let's see, we can actually take a look at more research. Because I assume that might be in Proof Logistics. Splitter. Sorter, Mark II. Which requires some kind of component. But where is that? Fluid storage, high efficiency plasma control. It unlocks prism, plasma structure refinery, electromagnetic drive. This maglevs probably looks like components. Smelting purification? No, that's just for advanced metals. Am I just stupid? Produce. Oh no, so it's both at the same time. Yeah, I was just wondering because these are not, they're called matrix lab, not research labs. But I guess they No, they eat and consume. I think they do both at the same time. Which feels a bit weird, but let's test that out quickly. Okay, so even though it looks wider, it only has the same connection points. And... okay, no, I think you're right. I think you might be right. Let's produce one. Yeah, you really... okay, well, maybe I should read about this. Wait a minute. There's matrices. One second, all research and all matrix labs share the same research progress. Can be built on the surface, can be built in a vertical direction. Vertically constructed matrix only supplying raw material on the lower level will automatically transport it to the upper. Huh. So... that doesn't work with you, but it does work with you. Stack them. Yeah, so we can get double production. Interesting. And then do I need you and then I need you to consume. So how fast do you make those even? And then research. Huh. I think they all need to have the same... no, they all need to have the same thing. I'll make like 2 more. And then check if... I don't think that'll work, but you know. Fluid encapsulation. I think it doesn't really matter which one we go for now. I could go for... I want to go for you, exactly, yeah. So don't use inventory items. So you're researching that? Yeah, so I can't set this to anything else. Yeah, so it seems consumption is a bit slow, but this is pretty great. This vein distribution on the planet.
You have unlocked the universe exploration. Now you can click the details display button in the lower right corner of the screen.
Yeah.
Real-time distribution details of the ore veins.
power grid. That's actually not the worst view to have, but that vein is pretty alright. So it can actually just, so when you zoom out to like, was it in this click? Yeah. Oh, jeez. That's pretty neat though, so you can see where all the good veins are. Crude oil seep. Anyway, I need to actually stop doing this. And actually quickly take a look at that message. Yes, let's see, yeah. Yeah, so as you can see, it's all very basic stuff. Alright, yeah, this is gonna be, sure sounds familiar. That's a start of Factorio, damn it. Alright, power. I want to do the last thing here. I assume you just produce a thermal power station. So let's finish this up and then I call it for now. Because I need to go to uni. Actually have to be productive. You know, I know it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. That's really awkward that their insertion stations are on the long end. But it is what it is. Yeah, I know, disgusting, right?
Station. Such power facilities need to consume chemical energy fuels. If you want it to generate continuous and stable power, you need to ensure a sufficient fuel supply at all times.
Right, so how much do you produce? So you normally produce how much? 300 kilowatts. And you produce 2.16 megawatts. That's quite a bit more. It is neat that you get one of them for free. I think it's probably best to go for the landfill one. Yeah, environmental modification. Which requires foundations. Okay. So it doesn't really show you much, but you know, it's working. 60 hashes a second. Huh. Glass from stone. Oh yeah, we have enough stone. Anyway, I need to go. Thank you for watching, everyone. This was interesting. I think it'll be very neat. I think it really needs a lot more quality of life, but I mean it's like it's early access, so I think the basis is pretty good. So I think that this game will be fairly promising. I like the space aspects, but then again, I am a sucker for things like that. So, so I think it's just gonna be a thing of time, of course. I think I might play a little bit more of it. Can I chain these, actually? Please tell me I can. Oh, yes, you can. You can daisy chain them. That is really good. But interesting how one side has 3 and one side has 2. Why would you do that? Anyway, that's fairly interesting. And there, yeah, there's no colliding. I think I'll probably take a little bit more, as I said, maybe go up to the first end bits that are brown out. I think so. No, we are doing just... Oh, you just don't have power because of, yeah, you. Ah, so the range these have is super duper small. I see. basically the theme of this game. Yeah, but I think it's gonna be like, how is like the end game? What? Okay, gonna be. It's a very clean call. How's the end game gonna be, and what kind of quality of life are they gonna add? Since it needs a lot of goddamn quality of life. I do like it's neat that they light up when they're actually doing something. And in theory, we already have a self-sufficient one that can work with all of these. Oh, it actually shows you how long it will take. Oh, that's really neat. It shows that it takes about 2 minutes. Because of course the hash rate is dependent on these things. Because these hash at 60 a second. God, I need some more GPUs to hash faster. So 20 a minute, 60 hashes a second. That's not very clear. Because how much is one item? Is it 100 hashes or something? How does that work? What's the consumption rate? So we produce 20 a minute. So with 3 we produce 1 a second. You require... well, I'm too used to having things like Hellmod. Anyway, let's go save the game. Session 1. That was fairly neat. I am going to call it here, and I have to put on pants and go to university. See you guys later.